All right, thank you everyone so much for joining me today. You should be able to hear me clearly and see our screen. It's going to be Learn How to Become a Director Faster. It's our title page. If you've got any technical difficulties and need assistance, you are welcome to message me in the chat box. I do just want to thank you all so much for joining us today. We are so excited. Now, make sure you stick around to the end. We are going to have some very exciting things going on in today's webinar. We're going to have a VIP guest segment. We're going to have some bonus content, and we'll have a Q&A at the very end. So make sure you stick around and don't miss a thing. Now, for anyone who's not familiar with UnitWise, UnitWise launched in 2009. And I'm Christina. I'm one of your UnitWise heroes. UnitWise was created by a director to help other directors manage their businesses successfully. And we've been able to help thousands of directors and consultants around the world grow their businesses through customer feedback. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce our VIP host, Future Executive Senior Director, Cleta Colson-Eyre. Cleta has shared some amazing tips to help make your dreams a reality and become a director faster. So we'll go ahead and jump into those.
Hello, this is Cleta Colson-Eyre, Pink Cadillac Director, coming to you with just a few tips on how you can become a sales director even faster than you thought you could. You know, one of the things that I think about when women are deciding to go into leadership and committing to go for directorship is just the decision that you're trying to think, how long is it really going to take me? And what I want you to know, it takes 1 to 3 months with the new program. 1 to 3 months. 1 to 4 if you take the old program, okay? So you have to kind of decide up front which 1 to 3, 1 to 4 months are you going to commit to working your Mary Kay business. Like, you're really going to do it. You're not going to go take vacations. You're not going to, do all these extracurricular. You're really going to focus, hard focus, 1 to 3 or 4 months to get it done. We've all seen women in the company that have finished directorship in 1 month, and you're like, how did they do that? Honestly, I've seen so many women in the last week of their DIQ, they do more than the previous 3 months. Because they had to get it done. Like, they're under the gun, like, I'm doing it. And when someone before where they thought, there's no way I could get 5 people in a month, and they get 5 in a day. I mean, so it's kind of like, when are you ready to commit the time to do what it takes to get this directorship done? And no kidding, like, I'm doing it. And you're going to do it and be done before seminar. So think of that first. Look at your calendar. When can you commit that you're really going to focus? Then I'm just going to give you a couple of tips. First of all, of course, Nathan Moore has been telling us, and everybody else, is that faces take you places. And I will tell you, the way to get things done really, really fast is to do more faces. Because if you're not, what happens is you are, like, let's say you do one party and then you try to recruit a couple of people and then they don't sign, and then you start calling people. And then you're just calling to recruit. That's all you're doing. You're just like, and you're not doing new faces, so you're going to the same old people that you've been talking to, and then you start getting discouraged because everybody's telling you no. They told you no before, and they're telling you no now, okay? But when you're doing new faces every single week, you have a fresh group of fresh eyes to listen to you one more time as you share this awesome product and as you share the opportunity. And you want to share your goal. What are you doing? What are you trying to accomplish? And one of my DIQs that is finishing up this month, she has a poster, and it has her and her 8 people, and then it has a thermometer, and every single appointment she is bringing this poster and showing people and saying, hey, I am in qualification to become a sales director at Mary Kay. It's a leadership position, and I am looking for 24 awesome women to join my team. Here's my chart. Here's where we are, and I would love to see and put one of your names on my chart. Women like to sign up with people who are going somewhere. That's why sometimes you'll see someone sign up with a DIQ, and 10 jillion people have been trying to get her to try Mary Kay, use Mary Kay, think about selling, and she's like, no, 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 no. And then all of a sudden, this one hotshot comes in and she recruits her, and you're like, how did that happen? Well, you know why? Because people love to help people. People like to do business with people who are going somewhere. Think about yourself. If you had a choice to sign up again under somebody, would you sign up with someone who was just piddling in Mary Kay? Or would you sign up with someone that you thought was really going somewhere that could take you places? So normally it's going to be with someone who's going somewhere who could take you places. So you got to be that girl. So you got to do more faces than you've probably been doing to make it happen faster. The more faces you do, the faster it's going to happen. Honestly, that is the truth. Okay. Second, you want to share a great I story at your parties. When you are in front of people, you want to share a great I story. Not a 30-minute one, but just a short one. And it's just 3 parts. Number 1 is, what did you do before Mary Kay? You know, it's just simple. Before Mary Kay, I was actually a college student, and I just graduated with a computer degree. I was working full-time, 40 hours a week at the Administrative Computer Center office, and that's what I was doing before I tried the product. Okay? Easy. So whatever you were doing then, okay? Then the second is you say, I joined Mary Kay because I liked the product so much that I held a party for my consultant. I saw all my friends liked it, and I thought, shoot, this would be a great way for me to make some extra money. And I knew that I would use it. I knew that my mother would buy from me and my aunts. You know, I thought, at least I got 2 customers. And I thought, I'm going to give it a try. I'm just going to give it a try. And then when I heard about the 90% deal, like that Mary Kay would back us 90%, if we don't want to do it, we can send it back and be out of it. Then I thought, well, shoot, I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. What if Mary Kay's bet 90% that I could succeed? Maybe I'll bet 10% on myself. And that's why I signed. Did I think this was going to be my full-time job? No. But now, part 3, 32 years later, what I've found is the friendships I've made in Mary Kay, you could not even put a price tag on. You know, the 16 cars that I've won through selling Mary Kay. I mean, if you'd have told me that when I was driving that old Ford Escort wagon that had 375,000 miles on it, about to fall apart, that I would be driving a free car every 2 years, I would not have believed you. You know, and then the trips around the world that it's taken my husband and I, it's amazing. It's a dream life. But it all started with that little starter kit. And so today I'm going to show you some great products. But when I get done, I want you to look and tell me, because Mary Kay always said there's at least one new beauty consultant at every party. So I wonder which one of y'all it's going to be. And if you're interested in this, you know what? Ask me at the end how much money I made, and I'll share it with you. And ladies, if you just do something simple like that, get you a good little I story, write it down, practice it, and then tell them that. The nosy one, somebody at the end will say, how much money did you make? And then you say, here, you know what? Add up these sales tickets. I don't even know. And then they add them up, and you go, I made half that. And they're going to be like, wow. You say, did I work hard? Cheryl Steinman shared this with me one time. She said, you know, did I physically work hard? No. Did I have fun? Did I pressure anybody into buying? No. So this is my job. So I'll tell you what, if you'd like some more information, I'd love to just sit down with you for just a few minutes. And right then and there, go ahead and sit down with her. And then I want you to just decide, once you decide you're going into DIQ, that you are going to finish. It's got to be like a no plan B, like I'm doing it, not like I'm going to see if I can do it. You can't be wishy-washy or you will never do it. Because if you have to be determined all the way through. Like, it can't be, I hope I finish. It's, I'm finishing. And you put yourself a deadline on when you're finishing. I know my DIQ that's finishing now, she wanted to finish before career conference. And so she's like, I'm doing it. And you know, she could take another month, but she's doing it this month. She is ready to go, and she's like, I'm doing it. And I can tell it in her voice. I mean, like, I'm not even worried about her because she is going to get it done. So you have to decide, when are you going to finish? And you put it out there to everybody. I put it, when I finished directorship, I put it out to so many people. I said I'd have to move to another country because I'd be embarrassed that I didn't reach my goals. But for me, it just kind of put a little bit of pressure on myself. I told every single person what I was doing. I just put it out there. I kept saying it, saying it, saying it. Did I believe it at first? No. But what happens, you say it enough, you'll start believing it. And other people will start believing it. And the people will want to join with you because they believe that you believe what you said you were going to do. So you have to make that strong decision that you're going to do it. And last, which should be first, you want to pray about your unit, your future unit. And you know, you want to pray like it all depends on God, but you want to work like it all depends on you. I know you can do it. I bet some of you listening today could get into DIQ before the end of the month and finish DIQ by the next month or the next, and we can celebrate you on stage at seminar. So just really decide, do more faces, get your I story down pat, offer it to at least 1 or 2 people at every single party, have a no plan B decision, and then pray for your unit. Y'all have a great day.
All right, I just want to say a big thank you to Cleta. She always gives the most amazing advice, and we so appreciate you being the host for today's webinar, Cleta. I know that the ladies watching do as well. And ladies, while you are thinking of how you're going to make your dreams a reality and become a director faster, let's take a look at the bonus content that I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar. We're going to discuss tracking your weekly accomplishments, setting goals for yourself, tracking your progress, and keeping track of your unit's weekly accomplishments. To do so, we'll go ahead and go into our UnitWise account. And we're going to start by going to My Unit Weekly Accomplishments. Here, UnitWise will automatically track your weekly accomplishments entered from invoices, sales receipts, and events that you've put into UnitWise. So you'll simply select the week you'd like to view, and based on that information that you've entered, you'll be able to see the hours, the guests, everything to giveaways and the non-recovered sales tax for the week. Now, for a recap of your week, you can go to Activity Recap, and you'll be able to see the number of potential team members you've interviewed, the number of new team members you've recruited, as well as the number of appointments that you have set for the following week. And you can see we also have a lot of valuable sales information that's going to help you closely track your progress toward your goals. Now, not only can you track accomplishments from current and previous weeks, you can set your goals for the following week under next week goal. So you'll always be focused on moving forward. You can see you can set goals for the number of facials you want, the number of appointments you want to have, even the number of interviews you want to do. Now, if you wanted to, say, see a total for your week, for your estimated weekly gross profit, you can do that under earnings. And again, this is going to be pulling from information that you've entered in UnitWise throughout your week. You can even see the total gross profits you've earned per hour. And at the end, once you've tracked your week, you know where you are, you can even email your director your weekly accomplishments right from within UnitWise. Simply select the week you'd like to send, and if you have your director's information entered into UnitWise already, it will populate here as you can see ours did, or you can manually type it and then just click submit and it'll go right to her. If you ever wish to print it, you can just click print WAS and you'll be able to print your weekly accomplishments. So now that you know how to keep track of your goals and accomplishments, I'm going to show you how easy it is to keep track of your team's weekly accomplishments under UnitWise. So as you can see, this section is laid out similarly to yours, except this is all going to be for your team members. UnitWise will bring over your team members' weekly accomplishment details every Saturday at midnight. And to view them, you'll just select your week and select your consultant or team member. If you wanted to view everyone at once rather than one individual, you can click on Quick Glance, select your week, and they will be populated below. Now, just like in the weekly accomplishments section, you can view sales details, activity recaps, the following week's goals, and even the earnings for your team. But you can also use the Team Members tab to view information that some of your team members may have sent you about their weekly accomplishments in InTouch. All you'll need to do is, again, pick your week, pick your team member, and it'll populate below. Now, another great thing about the My Unit section that will help you really keep track of where you're going is the MK report section. This is going to allow you to schedule reports, and as you can see, we have quite a few available. You'll schedule them to be brought over from InTouch so that you can view all of your information in one location. If there's a report like unit production detail that you'd like to have brought over, simply click the X and it will now be checked to be scheduled and brought over from InTouch. You can even check to have an email notification once that report has been brought over by, again, clicking the check, and it works the same way if maybe you don't want your unit birthdays to come over this week. Click on the check mark and it will revert back to an X. Now we are going to move into our Q&A session. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead, type those in your chat box. And we do have Cleta Colson-Eyre on the call with us today. So if anyone has any questions for her, please go ahead, type those in that chat box, and she would be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Now it looks like I have one for UnitWise, so I am going to go back into our UnitWise account. And Donica would like to know if she has a team member in UnitWise that's no longer a part of her unit, what does she need to do? And that is a great question, Donica. You'll need to go to My Unit and Unit Team Members. And here all of your active team members will be listed. So if, say, Crystal was no longer a part of your active unit, you would click on her name. And in the top right corner, you'll click Convert to X Team Member. And you can close out her details, and she will no longer be listed in your unit team members. She'll be listed in your X team members, so that you do still have that information available to you, but you don't have to have her as part of your unit. Let's see if we have any more questions right now. It looks like Nicole would like to know if there's a way for her to sync her team weekly accomplishments more often than once a week. And that's a really good question, Nicole. You can sync them anytime you'd like if you have the Director Complete package, which is the account that we're in right now. And one of the awesome features that it comes with is the ability to sync that information anytime you'd like. Now, it is important to note that you'll only be able to sync information for the time that UnitWise and your InTouch account have been synced, but by having a Director Complete package, you will be able to sync as often and whenever you would like to. It does look like those questions are slowing down. So at this time, I just want to say again, thank you so much, Cleta, for being our special host today. And thank you everyone that signed in and watched us live. We so appreciate it. If you guys have any further questions, you're welcome to contact us by going to unitwise.com. You can email us at heroes@unitwise.com, or you can message us on any of our social media profiles at UnitWise. And make sure while you're there you follow us so you never miss out on any of the exciting things we're going to be doing. Thank you so much for joining.